Ready? Scorers, timekeepers, judges, pencilers, spectators, competitors. We're just about ready to go with the Annabranch Santa Gertrudis Novice Shootout here at Willinga at Juandah Plains for 2024. Number 1, Laura Comiskey riding Woody. Number 2, Peter Black and Out of Time. Number 3 will be Ben Hall riding Hall's Accordion. Number 4, Steve Comiskey, Dealt Me an Acre. Number 5, Matthew Moffat, Conflict. Number 6, Kimberly Salmon riding Platinum Coals. Laura Comiskey, we're watching, ladies and gentlemen. The young lady calls the Alpha District home and is first out here in the Annabranch Santa Gertrudis Novice Shootout, riding Woody. Round the back and through we go. One out, one on the board. Thank you very much, Laura. A score coming into hand. A score to hand for Laura Comiskey and Woody, 20.5 for cutout, 61 for horsework and 4 for the course. For a one-round total of 85.5, 85.5, 20.5, 61 and 4. Let's go down now to Laura's neighbour, Pete Black, riding Out of Time. Another one joins us from the Alpha District. There we have 2 out and 2 through the gate. Thank you very much, Blackie. That's Peter Black, ladies and gentlemen, and Out of Time. A score to hand, 22 for cutout, 62 for horsework and 4 for the course. A new leader with 88 points, 22, 62 and 4. Peter Black, Out of Time. Number 3, our Julia Creek competitor, Ben Hall, riding Hall's Accordion. Then will be followed by Steve Comiskey in 4, Matthew Moffat in 5, Kimberly Salmon and Platinum Coals in 6. Number 7 will be Bryony Puttercombe. Morgan Marks and Lady, please be ready in number 8. Ben Hall says, thanks very much for the opportunity, Old Red. But we're going home. 17, a cutout score there, 17, 1 and 7 for Ben and Hall's accordion. Steve Comiskey dealt me an acre. Is up now. They're number 4 in the draw. Following Steve, we'll have Matthew Moffat riding Conflict, Kimberley Salmon and Platinum Coals, Bryony Putticombe and Toonga Chrome. Number 8 will be Morgan Marks and Lady. Big thank you to Annabranch, Santa Gertrudis. For helping us out and becoming the naming rights sponsors of our 2024 Novice Shootout. Oh, there you are, ladies and gentlemen, coming off a big win in the restricted. Steve Comiskey slips inside the second, and he's going to leave with a cutout score only of 22. That's 2 and 2, 22. For Steve Comiskey and dealt me an acre. Number 5, Matthew Moffat riding Conflict. Young man calls Cabra home. Joins us at number 5 in the draw. He followed by Kimberley in 6, Bryony in 7, Morgan in 8, John Meek, you'll ride Macca in 9, Harry Steger and Hazelwood Cold Chisel in 10, and number 11 will be Cameron Webster riding Clarence. Currently watching Matthew Moffat riding Conflict. Slides up an old bowley and cuts a bit of timber. Unfortunately, well, we'll see what the judges have to say. I wouldn't adjudicate from where I'm sitting. Matthew Moffat has scored a hand, however, 22 for cutout, 57.5 for horsework and 3 for the course. That's 22, 57.5 and 3 for an 82.5, 82.5. Beaudesert competitor. Is next Kimberley Salmon riding Ciccone Grazing's Platinum Coals. Not a whole lot of joy there, unfortunately, for Kimberley and Platinum Coals around number 1. 22, 22 in the yard, a 22 for cutout as we move down now to number 7 of 43. Bryony Putticombe and Toonga Chrome. They'll be followed by Morgan Marks and Lady in number 8. John Meek will ride Macca in 9. Harry Steger will ride Cold Chisel in number 10. 11 will be Cameron Webster riding Clarence. Wal Vivas will ride Nibberina Miss Minaj in 12. And Brendan Fitzgerald will ride Sonita's Stylish Lass at number 13. Currently watching number 7 in camp, Bryony Putticombe, riding Toonga Chrome. Around the back and through we go. Well done, Bryony Putticombe. We'll have a score to hand for you in just a moment. 23 for cutout, 62.5 for horsework, and 4 for the course for 89.5, and a new leader, 89.5 for Bryony Putticombe and Toonga Chrome. Morgan Marks, ladies and gentlemen, young man, number 8 in the draw, riding Lady. Morgan will be followed by John Meeks in 9, Harry Steger in 10, Cameron Webster in 11, Walvivas in 12. Number 13 will be Brendan Fitzgerald, riding Sonita's Stylish Lass. Well, we'll look to our judges. Thank you very much, Morgan. We have a score coming into hand for you any second now. 21.5 for cutout, 59 for horsework and 3 for the course. That's 21.5 for 59 and 3 for an 83.5, 83.5. John Meek, next in the yard. Riding his own horse in Macca, John calls Gracemere home and joins us here today in the Annabranch Santa Gertrudis Novice Shootout at number 9 in the draw. Johnny Meeks, we watch. Riding Macca, putting peg number 2 together. Around the back and through they go. Thank you very much, John Meek. We'll have a score to hand for you in just a minute. 22, 60 and 4, 22 for cutout, 60 for horsework and 4 for the course for an 86. 86 points. Number 10, Harry Steger is in camp. Harry's riding Hazelwood Cold Chisel. Currently sitting on about 40 an hour. We've got a 45% 4-point run count. 67% for outside scores here in the Novice Shootout.
Keep down, bud.
Harry Steger is who we watch. I'm not sure what happened. You might need to try and find a shoe or something back here, Harry. I'm not sure if you stood on a shoe or pulled it off or what happened, but we'll have a score to hand for you, young man. 21 and a half, I should say, for cutout. 62 for horsework and 4 for the course for an 87 and a half. 87.5 for Harry Steger's Hazelwood Cold Chisel. Cameron Webster's where we are with number 11. Riding Clarence. Cameron Webster, the Wandoan competitor, local young man. Number 11 in the draw, riding Clarence. Here in the Annabranch Santa Gertrudis Novice Shootout for 2024. At Willinga at Juandah Plains. And there you have it. Thank you very much, Cameron. We'll get a score to hand for you. One that reads like this: 22 for cutout, 58 and a half for horsework, and 4 for the course for 84 and a half. 84 and a half for Cameron Webster and Clarence. Walvivas, you're number 12. You're riding Nibarina Miss Menage. You'll be followed by Brendan Fitzgerald in 13. 14 will be Peter Rath riding Tic Tac. Bradley Comiscule ride Blood Royal in 15. Morgan Marks Kerber in 16. Matt Hoffman Blink 182 in 17. And 18 will be Duck Down with Kimberly Salmon. Thank you very much, Walvivas, Nibarina Miss Menage. $21 for cutout, 61 for horsework and 4 for the course. That's a 21, 61 and 4 for a 86 points. Brendan Fitzgerald, our Roma competitor, comes number 13 in the draw, riding Sunita's Stylish Lass. Outside now for Brendan Fitzgerald. Well, Brendan. Fitzgerald, ladies and gentlemen, all the way around until the last 10 feet. A score to hand, 21 for cutout, 56 for horsework and 3 for the course. For an 80-8-0, 21-56 and 3 for Brendan Fitzgerald and Sunita's Stylish Lass. Peter Rath is who we're watching now, ladies and gentlemen. Peter's number 14 in the draw, riding Tic Tac. Peter will be followed by Bradley in 15, Morgan in 16, Matt in 17, Kimberley 18. The number 19 will be Jason Comiskey. Peter Rath around number 1. Inside, outside, around number 2. Slides on over, rides on over, rolls on through the gate as Peter Rath and Tic Tac will have a score to hand for you in just a moment. 19 for cutout, 57.5 for horsework and 4 for the course. That's a 19, 57.5 and 4 for 80.5, 80 and 1/2. Bradley Comiskey. Calls Yamala. An Emerald, the Emerald District, in Central Queensland home, riding Blood Royal. Number 15 of 43 in the draw. Bradley will be followed by Morgan Marks, will be next in camp. We'll then look for Matt Hoffman in 17, Kimberley Salmon 18, Jason Comiskey 19, Thomas Hinman in 20. We're watching Bradley Comiskey and Blood Royal. Round number 2. Round the back and through he goes, Bradley Comiskey and Blood Royal. 21 for cutout, 60 for horsework and 4 for the course. That's a 21, 60 and 4 for a round total of 85. 85 points, Brad. Morgan Marks is next in, riding Kerber. Morgan joins us from the Clermont District, currently riding number 15 in the draw. Righto, let's get a little bit of a rattle on Morgan Marks. He makes his way outside onto the course proper now, ladies and gentlemen. He's riding Kerber. Slides up alongside of Borley. Check and change, looks up for number 2, push. Making his way around the bend here in the Annabranch Santa Gertrudis Novice Shootout. Now he's waiting as patiently and as cool and as still as a cool desert night, and he slides up alongside and around the back and through they go. Morgan Marks riding Kerber. $22 for cutout, 61.5 for horsework and 4 for the course for a round total of 87.5. 22, 61.5 and 4 for 87.5. Next up is Matt Hoffman, number 17 in the draws. Gone to work here in the cutout yard, riding Blink 182. Matt Hoffman pulls out onto the course proper now, makes his way around number one on a black one. Cruises around number two, looks up, prepares for his gate, slides up on, and through they go. Scored hand for Matt Hoffman, 16.5 for camp, 16.5 for cutout, 58 for horsework, and 4 for the course for 78.5. 16.5, 58 and 4 for 78.5. Kimberly Salmons in 18 riding Duck Down. Jason Comiskey will be 19 riding Tika. Tom Hinman, you'll ride Destined to be a Grifter in 20. Rowan Marks will ride Turner Marks Gulagong at 21. And Jay Hall, you'll ride Hall's Posh Rio at 22. Kimberly Salmon once again riding Ciccone Grazing's Duck Down. Kimberly calls the Bow Desert District home and makes her way outside now onto the course and around number one. Around through the gate she goes. We'll have a score on the board in just a moment here in the Annabranch Santa Gertrudis Novice Shootout for 2024. 22.5 for cutout, 59.5 for horsework, and 4 for the course. 86. 86. He's an outside specialist as Jason Comiskey sliding up on Tika, number 19 in the draw. Thank you very much, sir. Jason Comiskey, the alpha competitor. We'll have a score coming in. 21 for cutout, 56 for horsework, and 4 for the course. 21, 56, and 4. 81 points. Tom Hinman, our Wowan competitor, is riding Destined to be a Grifter. Tom will be followed by Rowan Marks in 21, riding Turner Marks Gulagong. Jay Hall will ride Hall's Posh Rio in 22. Evan Hiscock and Mandela in 23. Matthew Dunn and Cedar Grove Contiki in 24, and Pete Black will ride Maximus in 25. Destined to be a Grifter and Thomas Hinman. They join us number 20 of 43 here in the 2024 Annabranch Santa Gertrudis Novice Shootout. Tommy Hinman around the back he goes. We'll have a score on the board for you in just a moment. 21.5 for cutout, 58.5 for horsework, and 3 for the course for a round total of 83. 83 for Thomas Hinman and destined to be a grifter. Rowan Marks, Charlwood, Southeast Queensland, is home. Turner Marks, Goolagong is who he's riding here at 21. Rowan will be followed by Jay Hall in 22, Evan Hiscock in 23, Matthew Dunn in 24, Peter Black in 25, and Matthew Moffat with JMD Fascinator in 26. Rowan Marks there, ladies and gentlemen, rolls one through, riding Turner Marks, Goolagong. A score coming to hand. 22 for cutout, 64 for horsework, and 4 for the course. That's a 2, 4, and a 4 for a 90. Rowan Marks rolls into first place, and a new leader. 22, 64 and 4 for Rowan Marks and Turner Marks Goolagong. Jay Hall is who we're watching, riding Hall's Posh Rio. 22 in the draw. A Julia Creek / Muddaborough combination. Jay will be followed by Evan Hiscock and Mandela in 23. 24 will be Matthew Dunn riding Cedar Grove Contiki. Peter Black in 25. 26 will be Matthew Moffat and Fascinator. Justin Potter's Snip in 27. And Tony O'Neill, you'll ride long time in 28. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty to watch. Jay Hall, Hall's Posh Rio. 21 for cutout, 63 for horsework, and 4 for the course. That's a 21, 63 and 4 for 88. That'll put you into third place with Jay Hall and Hall's Posh Rio. Evan Hiscock is who we're watching right now. Evan's riding Mandela at number 23. Evan's riding his own mount and joins us from Collinsville in Queensland. Currently watching number 23, Evan Hiscock and Mandela. Evan Hiscock, number 23, riding Mandela, a score to hand here very shortly. 22, 62 and 4 for an 88, 22 for cutout, 62 for horsework and 4 for the course for 88 points for Evan Hiscock and Mandela. Matthew Dunn riding Cedar Grove Kontiki. Matthew will be followed by Peter Black in 25, Matthew Moffat 26. Justin Potter will ride Snip in 27, Tony O'Neill will ride Long Time in 28. Penny McIntosh will ride Hazelwood Co-Pilot. In 29, 30 will be Morgan Marks riding Article. Currently watching Matthew Dunn riding Cedar Grove Kontiki. Thank you, Matthew Dunn. 21 for cutout, 61 for horsework and 4 for the course for 86 points. That's a 21, 61 and 4. Matthew Dunn and Cedar Grove Kontiki. Peter Black and Maximus, 25 in the draw, 25 of 43. Peter will be followed by Matthew Moffat and JMD Fascinator. In 26, 27 will be Justin Potter's Snip. Peter Black, ladies and gentlemen, slides one through. Well done, Blackie, on Maximus. We have a score coming in. Next up will be Matthew Moffat riding JMD Fascinator. Score for Peter Black, 22 for cutout, 62 for horsework and 4 for the course for a round total of 88 points, 88. Currently sits you in third place, Peter Black. Matthew Moffat, JMD Fascinator. JMD Fascinator is owned by D and J Bell. Outside now on the course, Matthew Moffat. Ladies and gentlemen, a couple of stats here on our Annabranch Santa Gertrudis Novice Shootout. We're 88% for outside scores. We're 72% for full course scores for 4-point runs. Well, there you go. Matthew Moffat, JMD Fascinator. A score to hand, 22.5, 22.5, a cutout score only, 22.5. Justin Potter's next in camp, riding Snip. Justin's 27 in the draw. He'll be followed by Tony O'Neill. Be riding Long Time. Penny McIntosh will ride Hazelwood Co-Pilot in 29. Morgan Marks an article in 30. Jason Comiskey will ride Colombo in 31 and Cameron Webster's Lucille, 32. Robert Newton will ride Badger in 33. Wade Warrior will ride Bull Waddy Harper in 34. Kimberly Salmon and Nelly in 35. Bradley Comiskey and Chicken Man in 36. Morgan Marks and Comrade 37. Michael Hayes in 38 with Merle. Tom Wallace 39. Lachlan Thompson in 40. And Mick Southern, You'll Ride Nearbo President 41. Joel Hill will ride Lamb's Perception in 42, and Matthew Dunn will close us out at 43 with Spade, C and Humpty. Justin Potter, ladies and gentlemen, there's the black and white of it for you. Riding Snip around number 2. Oh, goodness me. I hate to tell you this, but an hour ago, Justin Potter and I watched someone just about do exactly the same thing. Oh, goodness me, Justin Potter, a good player out of luck. It's just not your day, my friend. A cutout score only 21, 2 and 1. 21 points for cutout. Oh, it didn't quite all come together, unfortunately, there for Tony and Long Time. We have a cutout score there of 16 and a half, cutout of 116 and 1/2 for Tony and Long Time. Penny McIntosh rides Hazelwood co-pilot now, 29 of 43. Penny will be followed by Morgan in 30, Jason in 31, Cameron in 32, Robert 33, Wade 34, Kimberly 35, Bradley Comiskey in 36, and Morgan in 37 will ride at Comrade. Alrighty, outside for Penny McIntosh, riding co-pilot. Thank you very much, Penny. Rolls one through. We'll have a score on the board for you in just a moment, young lady. 21 and a half for cutout, 58 for horsework and 4 for the course for 83 and a half. 21 and a half, 58 and 4 for 83 and a half. Moving right along. Morgan Marks makes his way up to the front of the cutout yard, riding Article. Round number one shaping up to make number two. Morgan marks an article, the Clermont combination. Round the back and through we go. Well done, Morgan marks. A score coming to hand. 21 for cutout, 62.5 for horsework and 4 for the course for an 87.5. 21, 62.5 and 4 for 87.5. Jason Comiskey now joins us riding Colombo, number 31 and 43. Cameron Webster's Lucille will be in 32. Robert Newton and Badger in 33. Wade Warrior and Bulwaddy Harper in 34. Kimberly Salmon will ride Nelly in 35. And Bradley Comiskey's Chicken Man will be in here at 36. Not a whole lot of joy there, unfortunately, for Jason Comiskey's Colombo. Going to leave with the cutout score only, 21.5, 21.5. As we move right along to Cameron Webster and Lucille. Right, Wandoan competitor Cameron Webster and Lucille. Thank you very much. Cameron Webster, Lucille, a score to hand. 22.5, 63 for horsework and 4 for the course for 89.5, 89.5, of which will give them second place thus far. Cameron Webster and Lucille. Robert Newton makes his way in, riding Badger, number 33 in the draw. As we're inside the last 10 runs of 5 full days of camp drafting, goodness me, imagine if someone told you you can go to the bush, to a multi-million-dollar facility and do nothing for 5 days but camp draft and drink beer. You'd think you'd gone to camp draft heaven. Well, welcome to Juandah Plains, Wandoan, Queensland. Robert Newton is who we're watching, riding Badger. Rides on up and slides one through. Does Robert Newton's Badger. We'll have a score to hand for you. 21 for cutout, 56.5 for horsework and 4 for the course. There's an 81.5, 21, 56.5 and 4 for 81.5 for Robert Newton and Badger. Wade Warrior makes his way in right now. Wade joins us at number 34 in the draw, riding Bulwaddy Harper, the in-June competitor. Wade Warrior riding Bullwaddy Harper. Outside right now, boy oh boy, got one to run hard and straight. On that particular occasion did Wade. He's going to leave with a cutout score only 16. 16 for Camp, 16. We'll move down now to number 35, Kimberley Salmon riding Nelly. She'll be followed by 36, Bradley Comiskey riding Chicken Man. Morgan Marks in 37 riding Comrade. Michael Hayes is Merle in 38. Tom Wallace and Sophisticated Outlaw in 39. Lachlan Thompson and Good Camp Glenda. Please be ready at number 40. Currently watching 35 in the draw. Kimberley Salmon's Nelly. Currently watching one of the smoothest in the game, Kimberley Salmon riding Nelly. They're 35 in the draw. Didn't quite all come together, unfortunately, for them out there on the long side of the second. They will leave the arena with a cutout score, only a cutout score of 22-0. Next up, Bradley Comiskey riding Chicken Man. I said to Bradley, how come they called the horse Chicken Man? He said, because... I've always wanted to do that. Because Bradley Comiskey's Chicken Man up the front. Left and right and left and right and left and right and outside now with plenty of work left to do. The Yamala competitor, Emerald, Central Queensland. Breeder of fine cattle and fine horses is the young man we're watching, Bradley Comiskey. Our judges say thank you very much, Bradley. Bowley's had enough. Thank you very much out there. Score to hand, 23.5 in the cutout yard. 59 for horsework and 3 for the course. That's a 23.5, 59 and 3. 85.5, 85.5 for Brad Comiskey's Chicken Man. Morgan Marks now joins us, riding Comrade at 37 in the draw. Morgan will be followed by Michael Hayes, riding Branchvale Conviction in 38, otherwise known as Merle. Tommy Wallace will ride Sophisticated Outlaw in number 39. Lachlan Thompson will ride Good Camp Glenda in 40. Mick Southern and Nearbo President 41. Joel Hill at 42 and Matthew Dunn will close things out at 43. Eats a first pegged as Michael Hayes with Branchvale Conviction. Morgan Marks with Comrade. Around number 2, they look up. Round the back and slide on through the gate, Morgan Marks and Comrade. 16.5 for cutout, 61.5 for horsework and 4 for the course for a round total of 82 points. 16.5, 61.5 and 4 for 82. Now we'll go down to Michael Hayes riding Branch Vale Conviction. Number 38 of 43. We followed by Tom Wallace in Sophisticated Outlaw in 39. Lachlan Thompson and Good Camp Galenda in 40. Mick Southern's Nearbow President in 41. Joel Hill and Lamb's Perception in 42. Matthew Dunn's Spade C.N. Humpty in 43. Currently watching Michael Hayes outside on Merle, otherwise known as Branch Vale Conviction. Reaches out beautifully for a cattle, Michael Hayes, around the back and through we go. I think we'll wait and concur with our judges. A score to hand, 22 for cutout, 60.5 for horsework and 4 for the course for a round total of 86.5, 86 and 1/2. We move on now down now to Tom Wallace, riding Sophisticated Outlaw. Number 39 in the draw. There's only 5 horse and rider combinations left in our program, winding down 2024 with the Annabranch Santa Gertrudis Novice Shootout. We will need these people present for the restricted presentation, which will be immediately after this Novice Shootout. We'll need Stephen Comiskey, Jason Comiskey, Jason Lindley, Matthew Moffat and John Mulcahy. We'll need Troy Palmer too, please. Troy Palmer with Blue Tunes. We will need you too as a cutout winner. And we will need the top 6 place getters in our Novice Shootout as well. There is no cutout trophy for the Novice Shootout. However, we will be asking 6 place getters to come in for the presentation. Not a whole lot of joy there, unfortunately, outside on the second there for Tom Wallace and Sophisticated Outlaw. He's going to leave with a cutout score of 22, 2 and 2. Lachlan Thompson, ladies and gentlemen, number 40 in the draw. Riding Good Camp Galenda. Winding down 5 incredible days of camp drafting. Now is not the time to get doughy, everybody. Now is the time to celebrate. If you're driving home, do it with your eyes open and do it well. If you're hanging around, congratulate yourself. If you're one of the staff members, congratulate yourself as well and congratulate your boss. Don't forget to ring your old man tonight, neither. For Father's Day. What a great surprise that was. Lachlan Thompson, you're watching on Good Camp Glenda. Round the middle they go and through the gate. Lachlan Thompson will have a score coming into hand for you. our Barellan competitor, Joel Hill. 42 here in the Novice Shootout. It won't be long, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be able to give you the top 6 rankings here in the Annabranch Santa Gertrudis Novice Shootout for 2024. Don't be afraid to keep your energy up. Joel Hill smoking one around on Lamb's Perception. Joel's the owner of this particular horse. Thank you very much, Joel. We'll leave it up to the judges and get a score on the board for you here very shortly. 22 for cutout, 62 for horsework and 4 for the course. That's a 22, 62 and 4. A round total of 88 points. Hey Joel, that'll put you into 4th place thus far. We're taking 6 to the presentation, so that should put a little bit of a smile on your dial, sir. Let's go to Matthew Dunn and Space C.N. Humpty. Spade C.N. Humpty and Matthew Dunn to close down the entire program for 2024. Come on, young man, get up there and get one outside. Makes his way outside now. Matthew Dunn, Spade, C.N. Humpty. Once again, we need Stephen Comiskey, Jason Comiskey, Jason Lindley, Matthew Moffat, John Mulcahy and Troy Palmer for our restricted presentation, please. And it won't be long, we'll have a report ready for our Annabranch Santa Gertrudis Novice Shootout place getters as well. Thank you very much, Matthew Dunn. We'll have a score coming in. Cutout score there for Matthew Dunn, a cutout score only 16.5, 16.5. Well, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the entire event, ladies and gentlemen, and all the crew here at Juandah Plains. We will need Rowan Marks, Bryony Petticombe, Cameron Webster, Peter Black, Jay Hall and Evan Hiscock. We will need Joel Hill and Peter Black as well. So we will need Joel Hill, Peter Black, Evan Hiscock, Jay Hall, Cameron Webster, Bryony Petticombe and Rowan Marks for our presentation, please. As there is 5 of you in 4th place. Well, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of all the competitors and all the announcers, the technical staff, we'd love to thank you all very, very much for joining us here at Juandah Plains for 2024. We will be having a couple of presentations in the arena immediately. Thank you all very much. We look forward to seeing you all back here next year for Willinga at Juandah Plains 2025. Thank you all very much, and goodbye.